Good morning, sir. Myself Mahesh. I am from Computer Science Department from CSCD section, and my topic is advantages of arrays. So we'll see the first slide. The content of the presentation contains what is an array, types of arrays, declaration and initialization of array, how to access those elements of declaration and initialization of array, reading the elements of an array using a scanf function, and printing those elements after declaring and using printf function. And we will also see one example program of arrays. Finally, the advantages of arrays. What are the advantages of arrays? Efficient memory location, fast access to elements, and multi-dimensional arrays, ease of iteration. Now, what is an array? Array is a kind of data structure that can store a fixed sequential collection of elements of same data type. Array stores the same data type. It can be int, float, or any other data type, but it cannot store the different data types. So array is also defined as the homogeneous collection of elements. An array is used to store the collection of data, but is often more useful to think an array is a collection of variables, because without array, if we want to declare 100 values, then you require 100 variables. So array you can also define as collection of variables of same data type. Now, what are the types of arrays? There are two types of arrays, one-dimensional arrays and two-dimensional arrays. How to declare an array? Firstly, to declare an array, we need the syntax of the declaration is data type, array name, and array size. And at end of this syntax, we need a semicolon to terminate the program. What are the example of declaration of array is float is a data type, price is a data name, and 10 is a size, and finally semicolon. One more example is int is another data type, marks is a data name, array name, and 6 is the size. Now, how to initialize an array? To initialize, we can initialize by two ways. One is by giving the values in the close braces, like value 1, value 2. It can be any up to n terms. One more way that you can initialize is by passing their index. Marks of 0 is equal to 75, marks of 1 equal to 95, marks of 2 equal to 85, and similarly up to n terms you can initialize. Now, out both declaration and initialization. uh, Ages of 6 is equal to 25, 15, 20, 36, 45, 54, and similarly you can see some of the examples there. And how to access those elements? To access those elements, we need the data name, array name, and finally passing the index, like which element you want. For example, if you want the third element, then you can give a 3 there. Next, how to read elements of an array? To read the elements of an array, we need a one for loop and a scanf. In the scanf, you need to mention the address of that array name, and to print the elements of an array using printf. To print the elements, we also required one more for loop and printf function. You have to mention the in printf function you have to mention the array name and passing the index value. And we will also see one of the example program. The program is to calculate the sum of array elements. To calculate the sum of the array elements, first we need a data name, and n is for the number of terms, I is for loop, and sum is equal to, we declare sum is equal to 0 because if you not declare sum is equal to 0, then it will store the garbage values. And then now in printf, number of elements in array we are declaring, so scanf percentage %d and address of n. N stores the number of values, and now we are printing the array elements one by one. So to declare array elements, we need one for loop and scanf. First, I is equal to 0 and I less than n, I plus plus. So we are giving for suppose we are giving a 6 elements, n will be 6 and it will store 6 elements. And next for loop is to print those elements, and here sum is equal to sum plus arr of I. Arr of I means it will store the one by one values, and it will add to the sum. And finally, after the for loop, you will print those elements, and finally end of the program. And now we will see those what are the advantages of arrays. First one is efficient memory allocation. Array allocates a contiguous block of memory, optimizing the space usage. This allows for faster access times compared to linked data structure. Linked data structure is in data structures. Memory allocation is done at compile time, reducing runtime overhead. How to access fast access will be there, because we will pass their index, so that will be easy to access those elements by calling their variable name. Array provides a constant time access to elements using their index. This direct indexing enables quick retrieval and modification of data. This means we can easily change the data name by passing the index. We can also change the value at the runtime. The speed of the access is critical for performance in algorithms. Now, ease of iteration. Arrays can be easily traversed using loops, enhancing code simplicity. Traverse means one by one you are entering into the loop. It will use the for loop always enters the elements. Iterating through an array allows forward straight data processing. This facilitates operation like searching, sorting, aggregating data. Multi-dimensional arrays. Arrays are also used to create the multi-dimensional arrays. Arrays can be extended to multiple dimensions for complex data representation. Multiple dimensional arrays are useful for matrices, grids, and game boards. Multi-dimensional are mostly used for matrices. They enable advanced mathematical and graphical operations. And finally, thank you.